Hello, Scott. Got your brake booster finished. Turned out great. All the CAD plating turned out perfect. Salvaged the vacuum diaphragm, which is in good shape here. Did get you a rebuilt poppet and air filter unit here. Slave cylinder was just fine. Since it does have a rubber vacuum diaphragm, and it came with that. Somebody had been in here previously. We put the fill plug in reverse so that you can't take it out and put mineral oil in there for the leather seal, which obviously is no longer in there. We have permanent lube in there right now. Okay, and what we're going to get on our test here is the vacuum. Both gauges will go up and read vacuum is produced by my vacuum pump, and then as the booster is activated, this gauge here will go to 0 when you have the booster fully activated. And this gauge is tied in with this hose right here, which comes around and goes to our test port right here, so that you're able to test the booster in the car should you ever choose to do that. Hydraulic side, both input gauges are tied together. This input gauge goes up and reads max pressure, and this one reads final input pressure as produced by my master cylinder. And the output is these gauges again are tied together, and this will go at max out, and then this reads final output pressure produced by the booster. Now, without any vacuum going to the booster, our input and output are the same, because the booster, when it's inert without any vacuum going to it, it just processes the fluid in the inlet, out the output side, and you'll see that as all the pressures are the same, in and out will be the same. There we go, all our pressures are the same. Now the leak down you see here is because my master cylinder is leaking internally. Here we go with boost test. Good vacuum side. Full activation of the booster. And you see our output pressure. Now, while we still got pressure on it, and you can hear me talking a little bit easier, we check for leakage at our bleed screws. You know, the bleed screws are leaking. I don't bother using this to bleed the system. Just use this one first and last in terms of bleeding the system. Also, we check here at our jam nut with our seal down inside here, and everything's good, no leaks. This is a good booster. Thank you for sending it to me.